Sidebar lovers, Anchor is the app that I use to download my show on and do all the distribution through Anchor. They do it for you. You can make a little cash on the side, and sharing is caring. So I'm telling you about it. Go to anchor.fm. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started today. And I want to hear your show. So please send it to me because it's super important. I know you guys have all these amazing things to talk about and beautiful voices. So love it up and share.
Good morning. It is 5:11 a.m. April 16th, 2001. And yes, it's a Friday, y'all. Date night. This is your host, Goddess Prosper, and we are vulnerability. So this morning, I could not sleep. Let's just say I got to sleep at 11 o'clock, good time to go to sleep at. And I just haven't been able to sleep. I haven't been able to sleep for days. I'm deeply saddened. I'm obsessed with man. The great thing about him is that he's a very good man. He works a hard earning for, he works good. He's a good man. He works hard. He loves what he does, and he has an amazing smile. The best part, of course, is that he's single. He's handsome. He loves his mother. His father is his biggest hero. And he's dark. A man that has his father as his hero, let's just say, super cool, super important, and something to take into consideration, because a man that has his father as his hero, very special man. Okay, and that should be the top of the list. And the fact that he loves his mother. He comes from a good family. He has been a rock in my life for some time now. And because of that, he's been a rock in my life. I'm so obsessed with him, not just because of what he's done for me, but just who he is. And unfortunately, I took him for granted and treated him with total disregard. To be honest, I treated him as if I didn't think that he was worthy of my affection or my attention in return. I kind of treated him like, oh, you can't touch me. You're not ready for me. I'm too good for you. And a lot of that was just me trying to protect my heart from anyone who would hurt me ever again. And what I didn't know is that by doing that to him, it would hurt him. And I kind of kept him in this place where it was just like, if I was able to keep myself to myself, I would protect myself. But I didn't realize that it would hurt so much more if he wasn't around. I love him. And it hurts that he's not around, one, and that I didn't acknowledge him for the value that he is in my life and the way that he is with me and the things that he does. And he would go to funerals. A man that goes to a funeral with you, come on. And I don't know to what extent that he actually really loved me, but I do know that I love him for all the things that he's done, because he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. I would talk about him to everyone. And the thing about it, and I would never talk about how special he was to me, to him. It was like everybody else knew, and I would just keep that to myself. Because the last time I did that, the last time I was taken advantage of and being taken advantage of, I figured that my solution was going to be that I just wasn't going to talk to him about how special he was, because it would blow his head up. So why would I take that past experience and blanket it all over him? Like literally blanket it over him as if he was my past relationship. Well, I think fear makes us do wild things. Fear makes us make these kinds of mistakes. All I can think of is that I want him inside of me. I want him in me. I want him to kiss me. I want to make love to him. All these desires are deeply embedded into my heart. And you may say, oh, Prosper, that's crazy. Well, laugh out loud. I don't think so. We hear about love in love songs and people talking about all kinds of intimate experiences that they can have with a partner. And, it's not crazy. It's simply life, and it's things that are great subject matters for songs and music lyrics. Here's the deep problem. My confidence has been going down each day. I don't get to see his affections reciprocated because I basically pushed him away by not acknowledging who he was, by not acknowledging what he means to me. And putting in double time in my self-care and meditation. And my mind is still so fixated on him. It's crazy. I know it's like girl brain, but you know what? I think guys have that same thing going on too. They have it going on in the beginning of a relationship, but we don't notice it. We don't see their obsession, their excitement about us because they're trying to keep it hidden. I even did a spiritual ceremony called Combo in the hopes that I can wipe him from my existence and take him out of my brain. But let's just be honest. Combo's a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual journey to bring you more into alignment with yourself and what's there and good for you. So, of course, I like him even more. The love in my heart has just grown. It feels so crazy, and it won't go away. It's simply more space of love for him. This morning I got up and I meditated. Well, couldn't sleep. It's Friday and I can't sleep again. I meditated and I sent him all this good energy. And I really hope he feels it. I really hope that today he wakes up and feels just enlightened in so many different ways and just this light energy and can flow through his work day and just be like, wow, what was that? I feel something released and uplifted. The best part about him is that he's like no other man I've ever met. He doesn't resemble a past man who's hurt me. He doesn't resemble something that I want to run away from. He's a new creation in my existence. And he's always been there. Well, I don't want to say he's always been there. He's been there for some time. You ever meet somebody and you know that they're made for you? That's him. It's magic when we're around each other. When we go out, everybody comes to watch. People sit next to us and they're like, you guys are so cute together. Oh my goodness. Granted, ladies still try to pick him up and guys still try to pick me up, but they see us and they see the magic. They come to watch us. From this moment on, I'm giving up on being a dominatrix because I took him for granted inside of my dominatrix motif in my head or idea of what I view a dominatrix as. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a dominatrix. It's the activities, the protection that I've put up around my heart, and it doesn't serve me. I'm putting aside the S&M and putting it down. I was so protected that I couldn't even see the gift that I asked for right in front of me. I pray lightning strikes twice. This time, I will be ready for it, willing and open and inviting love into my life. A side note on forcing ourselves. Sometimes we force ourselves on others. But this side note, it's going to give you I want to give a different view, a different insight. I find that I have men who come to me into my life telling me that they're for me and that they're the ones. And inside, I'm really turned off because that's just what I do. I don't know. It's just mechanism. Maybe because I've been forced upon. Maybe because a man has forced himself on me. So the minute I sense force, I become Like the Great Wall of China goes up around me and I'm just like, protection. I think it's important to take that time and write things down and really see what the person is saying. See if the person may be your person. You may be pushing the one away. You're always, always, always allowed to take this time to weigh the pros and the cons. You know, you don't want to push the one away that the universe is sending right towards you because of the fact that you're just distracted. I'm trying to let you know that you're the one. Imagine he's saying that. He's like, I'm trying to let you know that you're the one, that I'm the one. He's trying to speak these words to you, but your distraction is not focused. After a while, you know, his thoughts will get distracted and he'll go off to somebody else and find somebody else who is going to receive what he's got to say. So here's what you're going to do if you choose to. This is what I recommend. You don't have to do it. This is what I would do. This is what I've done. After a while of thinking about everything, write down your thoughts about what you see in this person. Write down the payoffs and the cost of being in a relationship with this person. Have this person and having this person in your life. Have this person on a list of all the things that you desire and don't desire about them. See what the list comes up with and see which side of the list is longer or shorter. Write down why you are grateful for this person. Remember that every person that's sent into your life is a life lesson and a gift from God. Next, write down the questions that you are going to interview this person with. These questions should be such as like, what are your eating habits? What kind of places do you like to go to? Do you like to work out and exercise? Not just if they have money, which is actually a very important question to ask about their finances if you really do want to be in a position with this person. Most men will voluntarily offer what they earn to make you feel supported and comforted, to know that they can take care of you. And have these questions for yourself written down and answer these questions. Write down all of your answers right next to your questions and compare and contrast your answers. When you go on that date to ask this person all these questions, take good notes. So this way you're not sidetracked because you're a woman and you get excited or your feminine energy and you're just like so giddy and happy because you might be hearing the things that you want to hear, but you really want to have them written down so that you can reference them in the future. So you don't have to re-ask the questions. Guys really don't appreciate you asking questions over and over again because they think that you don't listen. Because when they speak, they really want to be heard. And I hope that this gives you a great idea of what's next for you in your life and really what is possible. I say this for the simple fact is that I feel like I lost the love of my life, and I would love to make sure that other people can have the opportunity to have that love there for them. Hopefully lightning strikes twice for me. I pray it does. Please send me good energy and that does happen. A little note about him. I found this beautiful man with the most amazing smile one day when shopping for a car, a Fiat, back in 2012. To be specific, I loved his smile immediately. It was captivating. It was embedded in my memory, in my soul. It was a time of my life that I was deeply focused on myself. It was me, myself, and I. I think that song was out then, and it was really popular still then, so it was deeply in my subconscious. Actually, 2012, maybe not, but you know what I mean. I know now that if partnership was my desire, I would have left that door open in a different focus, in a different way. Now, my intention with me is that when I'm focusing on me, the intention is we. Turn that M upside down and make it a W. Because there is no me without we if I feel this disconnected. Definitely build yourself up. Definitely have a solid self. Have a solid you. Your man shouldn't be something that you chase after. I'm a busy woman. I have a lot of things to do. I might be a little obsessive about certain things with I'll send a lot of text and information. That I could cool it down on. However, I don't want my man in my face every single day. I want to get things done, and I want to be keyed into what he's up to as little inspirational droplets to be like, hey babe, what are you up to? And he tells me something inspirational and I'm just like, whoa. And I'm excited to get back into my groove. I want a partner to be the kind of person that is actively inspiring me in the fact that he's up to something. So then I'm actively inspired into the fact that I'm up to something. So then when we come together, we're just two inspired individuals and we're so busy focusing on our things, and then we come together. I don't need to be in his face, and I don't have to be everywhere he is in life. That would bring me deep boredom, and I would probably leave because I'd be like, oh my goodness, so much time with him is just a little too much. But then when we do spend time together, it's really, really juicy and great. And these are some of the things that you want to ask your partner, how much time do you need with me? How much time do you have to stay together? Make sure that you're not going off of assumptions or just thinking that you know this person based upon how they're acting in over text message or how they're acting in the moments that you meet. Set aside direct, specific time to implement these questions to focus on your desires and your needs and your wants. Because if we're just assuming that we think that we know this person, we could be going off of the wrong things. And I think a lot of times people also pigeonhole me into an idea of what they think I am without asking questions. So that hurts too. It brings me a lot of sadness because people assume that they know me and they don't know me. Please ask me questions, and I will ask you questions. Whew, it's been a rough night not sleeping. And I realized that I don't ask enough questions. And I'm learning that I want to ask more questions and be more, less than just working on being intuitive and more just hey, what is it? And let that person that I love and desire show me and tell me what it is. Hopefully he comes back. And if he doesn't, I know somebody else will come, or I'll just be a star nebula out in outer space, just big enough to just be myself, by myself. I don't know. Maybe this is what I meant to do, just to share here. And maybe my broken heart is what's giving me the energy to be so forward and me right now, human, open, dropping my ego and just letting it all hang out beautifully as the female that I am. I could cry right now. At the same time, so happy to be able to share with you all. This is your host, Goddess Prosper. I wish you an abundant Friday. Let date night be great. Find somebody beautiful. And if you do have somebody, love them and let them know how much you love them. I love you. Love your children. Tell all of those people that matter to you in your life right now that you love them. Take care and have a lovely day. Best wishes.